Let's try to solve this geometry problem together. We have a right angle triangle A, B, and C. So this angle is 90 degrees. And the side length is 3, 4, and 5. And then we have a circle that's inscribing this right angle triangle. And it's tangential to the three three edges. Right? So we need to evaluate the area of the circle. So how are we going to do that, right? So if we want to compute the area of the circle, all we need to know is the radius, right? So the area of the circle is supposed to be equal to what? Pi r squared, right? So if we know r, then we can get the area, right? But how do we get r? What we know is the side length of the triangles. Of the triangle is 3, 4, and 5, right? But what's going to be the radius of the circle, right? So because it's tangential to the three edges, so if we connect the center with the inscribing points, right, we're going to get 90 degrees, right? It's going to be 90 degrees for these three radius, right? Because they are tangential to each other, so to the circle. So how do we get the radius, right? So if this is 90 degrees, this is 90 degrees, this side is equal to this side, right? So this is actually a square, right? So if this is radius r, then the area of the square is r squared, right? So, but that still doesn't tell us what's going to be the area, right, of the circle, right? So let's try to connect the center of the circle with point A, point C, and a point B also. Right. So now we have three triangles: AOC, AOB, and BOC. Right. We have divided this big triangle into three smaller triangles. Right. So what's going to be the area of the three small triangles? Right. So for ABO, the area is going to be what? It's going to be 5 times the height, right? The height is actually the r, right? 5 times r divided by 2, right? Equals to 2.5 r, right? And then what about the triangle AOC, right? Is it going to equal to 3 times r, right? 3 times r times 1/2. It's going to equal to 1.5 r, right? And then another triangle that's COB, right? COB. That's going to be 4 times r times 1/2, 2r, right? So if we add up all the three small triangles, so SABO plus SAOC plus COB is going to equal to 2.5r, 1.5r, that's 4r, right? 4r plus 2r, that's 6r, right? And this should equal to the area of the big triangle, right? So that's 4, that's the base, times 3 divided by 2, that's 6, right? So now we have r equals to 1, right? So once we get the r equals to 1, then the area is going to be what? It's going to be pi times 1 squared equals to pi, right? So the area of the circle is pi.